welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. I'm the Urban Seer and welcome to today's live tarot reading session. But actually it's a little bit different than normal because this is a special love oracle reading, which is in honor of the week of love that is currently running every day this week, Monday through till Friday. Friday culminated in the special of Valentine's Day. We're having a love event each day. So I've brought out all my love oracle decks here. Hey to everyone in the chat. I hope you're all doing well. Hey Danny, hey Jean, Travel Lover, Denise. Thank you to everyone who has submitted their like and their username. So just the same process. If you would like a free oracle reading, I'm going to pull a card from each deck, so it'll be 3 oracle cards for each person. Anyone who's looking at new love, I'm going to take cards from these decks, because this one here, which is the Hidden Truth Oracle deck, is really about messages from if you're in a connection and specifically wondering that person's thoughts, feelings, etc., or if you are looking at reconciliation, you know, you're in a no contact situation, etc., etc. So it'll make sense as I go along. Let's get into it. Deeper readings are still available, and you can just click the link in the pinned comment again, which as usual would include a queue jump, and you can either have oracle cards or the tarot in a more in-depth reading, entirely up to you. But let's get going. Lola, absolutely, you are number 1 on the list, so just go ahead and post your love question and let's get started. I'm going to start shuffling the deck. So this is the True Love Oracle. We have the True Love Oracle, for anyone interested with this one, the Mystic Red Rose Oracle, and the Hidden Truth Oracle. So I'm going to pull a card from each deck, Lola, so just post your question. Okay, so you can still give in-depth information about your situation, just because it's oracle. So if you're in no contact, if you're in an existing connection, please do share all that, okay? So we're looking at Joey's feelings for Lola. Just remind me, Lola, of your situation with Joey if you're in no contact, I think. Same for you, Denise. You are next on the list, but if you want to give me some more details about your situation. So this is how Joey is thinking and feeling. Comments on this connection for you, Lola. Luminosity 21 from the True Love deck. We have the Chaser, fear of abandonment, chasing, codependencies. I lost myself for a little while. So I think just to bring this all together, to build a picture from all these messages, that's my aim with these oracle cards, what I'm going to do. I still think that this is how you are seen by Joey, okay? Really luminosity, okay? That you have something, a special quality that they are drawn to, yeah? Still attractive, still drawn to you and see you in a very positive light. Okay, can you see how, you know, with the luminosity energy, how it's like being lit up? Okay, so I don't know what led you to, you know, being this broken down connection, but I feel like there are still feelings there. There are still, you are still seen in a positive light by them. Now, chaser energy, you'll need to take what resonates with this or where this applies. Okay, this fear of abandonment, I do feel intuitively like that this is something that lies within them. Okay, within what's going on for Joey. Fear of abandonment, chasing, and codependencies. So this could be something that they brought through from their... Are we back? Are we okay? A few people commenting that we lost connection. Are we good? No. Da, da, da. Lola, just give me a shout that you can hear me. I don't know if it says I'm connected again. I'm wondering if it did dip out then. The weather is really bad. Thanks, guys. The weather is really bad here, and I think that does affect the connection. So, all right, awesome. So we didn't miss a lot there. So back to this, the chaser. This is Joey's energy. There is some fear of abandonment here. Chasing, codependencies, insecurities, yeah. I lost myself for a little while. This would suggest as well that something has taken Joey off course, okay? Someone, something, take what resonates to your situation, Lola. Thanks for confirming that this is resonating. They lost themselves for a little while. So this is, it's hopeful, yeah, that they maybe are realizing this as well, that they have an understanding of this, that they lost themselves for a little while here. So I hope that helped. I hope that it's a different kind of read, but I still hope it offered insight, comfort into what's going on for them. Hey Shan, thanks everyone for just letting me know that the connection is okay. Hey Tia, thanks Denise. So we'll look at this. I'm going to use all the deck then with there's just this deck for people, anyone who's looking for new love essentially. Probably wouldn't be appropriate. Let's see. Denise, Spirit, please bring through messages for Denise regarding their person. Thank you, Lola. Okay, Denise, this is for you from your person. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, interesting. Boundaries. I'll go over once I've got the full picture, yeah? Ship, cutting ties, moving on, receiving what you need, progression and arriving. I wonder if you are happy without me. So there's some kind of longing and missing here, okay? You are on their mind still. They're wondering, I wonder, did you, with regards to Denise, okay, because boundaries, did you set a boundary here? Did you cut the tie because you weren't receiving you weren't receiving what was needed. Someone did this. Someone, you know, obviously laid down a boundary here. We've got the wise owl. We have this fierce tiger energy here. We have this fence, which represents the boundary that's been set. So someone in this connection, let me know if this is you, if this is them, you know, who kind of was the instigator of this no contact situation. But for them, they needed to set this boundary. Now, it could be as well that you set a boundary with this person and then that didn't set right with them, and that's what brought the contact to a close. Yeah. So either way, tell you what resonates. I feel like it was you that set the boundary in some way. Even if you didn't break no contact by setting this boundary, by setting these ground rules and asking for more, expecting more, not responding to someone not showing up in the right way, led to this no contact situation. And this direct message from them, they wonder if you were happy without me. So maybe they were a bit taken aback as well by this. Maybe it hurt their ego. I kind of get a flavour of this ego being in here. You know, that they were maybe a little bit surprised that you were prepared to hold this boundary, prepared to walk away. And that you're obviously still on their minds, Denise, in ways, okay? But I do feel that maybe I kind of get a sense of in the heart area, in the solar plexus as well, a slightly taken aback kind of feeling that you cut ties, or that you moved on, and that you set this boundary and held that line. And they can't quite believe maybe that you will not come back to them or reach out to them in some ways, or let that boundary slide. Yeah. Right, I will post the list, absolutely. And oh, it's quite long. I may have to close the list soon. I think I'll close it now actually, because it's filled up quick. And then if I've got any more room, obviously, for people coming in, it's actually too long to fit in the chat. So this is the first half, then this is the second half. Sorry about the arm in front of the camera. I'm gonna have to close the list. Right, my dear Anne, thank you. Special love message from Reneel. Oh no, spilt candle wax. Fingers and thumbs today a bit. Spirit, please bring a message through for Anne. Love messages from Reneel. I'm curious about Reneel's energy with this. No worries, Danny. No worries, Danny. I'm going to take that one. Thank you, Janavi. I will get to that. Right, Anne. Let's see what Reneel has to say. Oh, this just came through. Boundaries. this is the change in you, Anne, isn't it, that we've seen? You know how we had the death card transformation. Yes, I'm curious about this. I feel like I know renewal. I don't, but I feel like I do. This is you for sure, Anne. The wise owl. Look, you've got this gorgeous tiger protecting you that you've developed. This heart shield protecting your heart. And you know what I get as well from this is that there's some kind of peace about this boundary as well. It's not like you know, like it has to be really fierce. It's just like that you feel quite grounded in this change. You like, you know how she has like this smile on her face, because it's like that you are just in this energy of, now you have this boundary, it's okay, I'm settled in this boundary, I don't need to build it, I don't need to create it. It's kind of, you know that you're not going to be pushed around with this. There's not this fear maybe of knowing that someone can, you know, push you around, if that makes sense. Really kind of, maybe, you know, with certain people, and when we have a strong emotions, that we can sort of fold in a way. People can make us fold, yeah, know how to push our boundaries, push our buttons. Ooh, key on a ring. Many options, unconventional, one night stand, string along. Is this Renil's, does he have other options? Has he got player energy? Is that something from the past that has been something that has been a problem in this dynamic? I mean, it doesn't have to be, you know, not every one of these words has to resonate, okay? Just there's many options. Feeling like an option, you know, being non-committal. How strange, how unusual. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. So there is some growth that we see here in Renil as well. I don't know if they are are they a spiritual person as well, and do they have that aspect to them? Non-committal, of course. So I think that's what this energy has come through. You've changed, you've set this boundary though, which in turn will affect them, yeah, and the course of this connection. But and then I think with this coming through, I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. There's some growth happening with Renil's side as well. He is a spiritual person, okay, so he is consciously about this as well, having his own process, and maybe that's somewhere that you connect as well, Anne. There's a kind of kindred spirit energy that comes through, and maybe that he recognizes himself through you and vice versa as well, and that's the pull between you. You are part of each other's spiritual journey, I would say, and this connection is. I hope that resonated for you, Anne. Just catching up on the questions here, on the chat, sorry. So Janavi, you were still on the list. It was just because it was so long that I had to put it in like part 2. So Janavi, Tia and Arpita were last made it to the list, so our Peter is last, so I hope that's clear. I'll head over to the PayPal now, Janavi. And Tia says, can I send money to get more than one card with my question? So if you want to, Tia, if you want an in-depth reading, I'm still running that today, absolutely. And you can have tarot, or you can have a full reading of oracle cards, and then your free reading. Just so as usual, your free reading is done. You would get 3 cards. Everyone's getting 3 cards. Then you get your extra read, you know, if you want to book one, get that paid reading. Shan, you're on the list, yes. You're welcome, Anne. So I hope that makes sense. So Janavi, for your, I'll do your 5 card reading now. Would you like tarot? Like obviously you still get your oracle free reading. So do you want your 5 cards to be tarot, or do you want more oracle cards? Just let me know. So 5 oracle cards. I hope that makes sense. It is, you know, a new way of doing things, isn't it? So it takes a while to... I can do more of these as well if people like these oracle readings. If he'll enjoy them, I can do more of them, maybe once a week or something like that. Bear with me as I get into the Fort Knox of PayPal. Okay, got your question there, Janavi. Thanks, Tia. Okay, let's do tarot, I think, because we're doing oracle cards anyway, Janavi, for your free reading. So I think it makes sense to do tarot for your question. So everyone just scroll up if you want to see the list. I have posted it for anyone wondering where you are. Obviously booked readings is you get a Q jump, okay? So that is Janavi, and then it will be Tia Bia. Just scroll up if you want to see the list, because I'm just going to focus on this reading now, okay guys? Just take a deep breath, Janavi, center yourself, be open to the messages that you are meant to hear right now. Situation, what's the block? Literally, the block. Three of Wands. Contemplating the future. Ugh. Why is this connection so bad? I'll just have to keep going, guys, with the connection. Obviously, if it completely tanks out, I'll have to, but I'll just struggle on. So, centre of the situation, Three of Wands, Janavi. Contemplation, some kind of pause with the Three of Wands. We are looking, this is his energy, okay? Akshay's energy. Deep in thought. Maybe having some kind of confusion about what to do next. Now there's also an energy here with this Three of Wands about waiting for the ships to come in, okay? So there's this sense of waiting. We can hopefully find out what are we waiting for. Maybe it could just be knowing what to do. That could be what we're waiting for. The block is, the Emperor is that really, this is his, the Emperor is about needing to be in control of the situation more. Now, I suppose he's been controlling in his actions, he has been controlling to you in many ways now through what he's doing. And you know, the Emperor can be, it can be harsh, you know, as well when they get too controlling. I also am hearing though that there's something from her side, from their connection, you know, that he's the one being controlled as well. So it's all this kind of push and pull in this this energy of who is in control, who's controlling what, this kind of need for control. There is a lot of tension and angst that comes from that kind of energy. He's being control made by her. He's kind of acting controlling in many ways to you right now, because you know, he's not, he could, like you say, have communicated the reasons why we are having this, why what's happened, you know. Digs a little bit deeper onto what's going on for him. Oh my goodness. Three major arcanas. The Chariot, the Lovers. The Nine of Wands. So this is your energy between you and him. And this is in the placement of next steps and next moves, okay, Janavi. So this is the strength of connection, the depth of the connection coming back together. A bond really that is unbreakable. It's like keep coming back together, yeah. It's karmic, we've seen. It is very much lover's energy between you both. But then we have this Chariot card. Because this is about why, you know, I wanted to really see why he's done this. Yeah? Tell me more about this Chariot, please. Death card. So the Chariot, this is something has picked up speed. Something Was it going, tell me this, Janavi, okay, with the connection between you and him, did it feel like it was gathering speed and momentum? This is just what I want to run this past you, why this has come through the Chariot, because this is like things moving fast. Okay, the Chariot, did it have that energy? I'm just wondering if I've lost connection. Are we still here, guys? Hope I'm not just talking to myself. Okay, I'm back. Yes, awesome. Thank you for the people that message. So, Janavi, I don't know where we got up to then because I didn't see your messages. I realised I think maybe I was talking to myself at some point. So we touched on the lovers. So this is the deep connection between you two, okay? This is definitely your energy, an energy that is, it's almost illogical, yeah? It's just how love can feel illogical, and it's a pull that won't, it's a connection that won't break. We keep coming back to that. This Chariot energy, so if you felt something triggered him deep, what I get from this Chariot, okay, I will just take that leap into what really comes through the message, is that it felt like something in him or this connection was going too fast, okay? Maybe like you said, deeper feelings came up, rose up, and it begins, you know, it's like that gathering speed. And then the Emperor kicks in of maybe needing to feel in control and take a step back. Because I suppose there is a lot of fear around, you know, if we let these feelings, if we really feel this feeling, okay, if we follow this major arcana pull of the lovers, ultimately where that leads us is to this transformation, the death card of the kind of ending of the situation of what he's in, if that makes sense, okay, Janavi? That it would, if he does let it gather a lot of pace and gather a lot of speed, then it kind of leads to the ending, okay? So there's obviously a lot of fear there. That would be life-changing. That there's kind of a lot at stake now. And then we have the future energy, which is, this is his return. Almost with tail between the legs kind of energy. Nine of Wands is wanting to continue this connection. You see how it's this Three of Wands energy again. Nine of Wands is wanting to fight in many ways, wanting to go in for another round. returning bruised and battered in some ways as well. So it does interest me about what's going on behind the scenes for them as well. But I actually think the main reason why, what triggered, you know, the actions that he's took, is that he felt that this was getting too deep. He was feeling things that maybe he was feeling this lover's energy. Yeah. Oh, the Three of Wands, of course, waiting. Yeah, absolutely, Janavi, yeah. So this is his return. Somewhat battered, somewhat bruised, somewhat tail between the legs. And then, but nonetheless wanting to come back into connection with you and go back in for a round. But in answer to your question, the very centre of your question, why, things begin to pick up speed emotionally, and the connection was maybe running away from him. Yeah, look at that, 4 major arcanas. Things were getting a bit too real, things were getting a bit too, hitting a bit too hard, Janavi. Okay, I hope that brought you some clarity. We got there. We got there. So, anyone new here? Just to clarify, just so I see a lot of chat going on. If you just see in the pinned comment, so obviously the free list I will work through. Everyone will get 3 oracle cards. Anyone who books a paid reading, 3, 5 or 7 card, you get a Q jump with that, so that's automatic. And then I just, once I've done those readings, I will just return to the free readings. Thanks to those who have explained on my behalf as well. So if you can just be patient for your free reading. Janavi says, thank you so much. He exactly knows what is happening and what he needs to do, but courage is what he is lacking. Yeah, for sure, with that Lover's card at the centre. So Tia Beer, what are the current feelings, actions of the Leo? Wondering if he's moved on and if he thinks about me as I do him. We're no longer speaking and I'm moving on. However, I'm still looking back. Okay, give me a moment, Tia. So obviously I'll do the free reading later on to, this is your paid reading. I see what you mean. So Tia, I'll just do obviously how I like to work it, just so that I'll do your free reading as and where it is on the list, if that makes sense, and then I'll do the paid question now, Tia. Hope that makes sense. So this is a 5 card reading for Tia. I'm just going to read the question. And just confirm, Tia, if you want tarot for this. Obviously, you'll have the oracle cards for the free reading. Okay, that's interesting. It's interesting that you feeling this a lot of doubt here, Tia, about this. I'm wondering if your intuition is trying to tell you something there. Yeah, let's do tarot, Tia. take a deep breath here. Sense your energy and be open to the messages that you need to receive. Okay, this is the Aries we are looking at. Seven of Pentacles. Look, this is you. This is you being so discerning, and oh, this is like very high contrast there. So it looks like super red. I don't know if you can see that woman anyway. Folded arms, like super discerning, rightly so, but really questioning this situation. Okay, with this Seven of Pentacles here, Tia. Kind of like a, you know, anyway, looking closely, watching very closely, which is nothing wrong with that, okay? But there's a real skepticism here. But interestingly, what we have crossing it is this Ten of Pentacles. This is a very abundant card. This is very prosperous. This is the ideal, you know, the dream, the couple, the family, the success, financial success, but also in a relationship, in a love reading, stability. We'll dig in deeper into this could be what you desire, what you're going for. This is why you're bringing this energy. Seven of Pentacles is about constantly assessing a situation, not wanting to repeat old patterns as well, which is very good energy to bring to that. You know, that's like learning those lessons and leaving behind, like, okay, I am not going to do that again, and like doing things that works, things that work. Okay, leave behind what doesn't, do what does. But let's take a close look at his intentions. We have the Five of Swords, which is interesting because this is a card. This is a card about conflict. Can you see how there's a 3 here? How much does he know about this, the Leo tier? I'm just wondering if this conflict is, you know, this is his intentions. The Five of Swords is about conflict, arguments, things like that. I'll have to pull an extra card on that. But it made me think of maybe the 3 of you, you know. Then we have the 3 of Cups, which is a more light-hearted energy, which is about just wanting to kind of have a good time, enjoy your company. And then we end with the Page of Wands. More assessment, interestingly. I'm going to find out just a little bit more about this Five of Swords. Have you had red flags, Tia, though, about, like, I know you're saying this thing about him taking advantage of you in some way? Death card. This was the same clarifying card that Janavi got. this is something about, like, I think the Leo's, like, that he wants to kind of you to have a clear break with them. Okay, because Death card is about endings, it's about transformation, leading to new beginnings, okay? So I think he gets that, like, you've been through something, however much he knows facts-wise or, you know, intuitively, there's something about, like, that he knows there was trouble, yeah? Pain here as well with swords. I don't know if there were angry words spoken, but, you know, it became tricky for sure, that situation, yeah? So this is, his intention is he does want to be different to that, you know, as well. Like, say, I'm not like the Leo, I guess, and he wants those feelings. Maybe he picks up even on that you have feelings still for the Leo, which is fine, but obviously that will be tricky maybe a bit for him, so he wants that to end. And then we have the Three of Cups, which is his kind of next steps, the Aries next steps, which is really just to, there isn't a heaviness here. Now, there may be, if anything, what comes through from this card is that there's this, you know, those people who are kind of, I want to say almost like here for a good time, like they do good time well, but maybe, if anything, that I pick up from this card is that could be something a little bit superficial here, or almost like just someone who is looking for a good time. It doesn't have to, like I say, there's no big red flags. It's more just that they're a little bit, there's something a little bit energetically about them that could be lightweight. Now, they can be, you know, a nice bridge to get over someone. This doesn't have to be your forever person, I guess, Tia. They may be, but it's kind of too early. It's too early to tell that. So we're still just getting to know each other. We're still just wanting having a good time. Time will tell if it's just about having a good time, if that makes sense, and if there isn't enough depth here for you. But it's too early to tell, because we do end on this Page of Wands, which feels promising, really, because it's about action, it's about movement. I feel like things will continue to develop. The Page of Wands is about fire, which is action. It's about our heart's desires. There's passion here. I feel like, in a way, that if you know, trust yourself here, because you are being skeptical, you are watching closely, you've got your good plant energy around you. This is what you truly want, Ten of Pentacles, so don't let that bar slip. Don't drop that, but try to trust yourself that you will see if things take a turn for the worst, or if things become apparent that this person is too much of a lightweight and is not going to bring enough to you to the table, then you'll realize that. And then maybe at that point you might want to distance yourself. But at the minute, I feel like it's helping you with this situation. His intentions are good here, in the sense that he doesn't want you to be going through this negativity, and kind of wants to bring some healing with that. He does enjoy your company. He wants to have a good time. Nothing wrong with that. He likes hanging out with you. He wants to go places, do things with you. And then we do see some kind of progression here with the Page of Wands. We are assessing all the time, though, as well. So maybe that's your energy coming back through as well. And that's okay, but try not to like crucify yourself or crucify the energetic connection with this, and try to trust yourself, your intuition and your instinct, that you'll that if something becomes a problem, you will see it. But try to enjoy this. This doesn't, I don't see any major red flags. If anything, like I say, that kind of lightweight energy. But this doesn't feel bad for this time for you. Maybe after such heaviness, you know, a bit of lightness is like some respite for you there, Tia. I hope that made sense. I hope that connected for you, Tia. Okay guys, back to the list, my lovelies. We have Anne. Sorry, I read for Anne. Sonali, if you're still here, my love. This is, I will post the list again. And our Peter is still there, list part 2. So I don't know if Sonali is still here. Please post your love question. If you are. If not, we have Danny. Thank you, Travel Lover. So, let's see who's here. So we have, I'm going to read out the next 3 people on the list. So whoever is here. Hey, Danny. You are Janavi. I don't know why. I don't know why that hasn't gone on. Where have I posted the list? Oh, I don't know why it's done that. Oh, it's just cut you off. Anyway, Janavi, you're after Shan. Let me post that list again because it's not accurate. Right, I'll do it in two parts. Why is today feels like it's got chaotic. I think it's because I'm starting something new. Right, part 1, part 2. Yeah, Danny, sorry. Part 1, part 2. There we go. I hope that is okay. Okay, Tia. Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it? Maybe that's why your spidey sense is tingling, because he's not being straightforward with you on that. Yeah? Okay, Danny asks, thanks for your patience, Danny. A few days ago, a Virgo man named Adam messaged me on Instagram. I just want to know what his intentions are and if he messaged me because he's interested in me romantically. Let's go, Danny, let's go. So I'm going to leave out the... Anyway, I'm going to start explaining this and just pull the damn cards. Oh yes, it's a full moon in Leo. I think it's called a snow moon as well, which sounds really nice. So that's why my energy is all, yeah, and it's busy. It's nice when it's busy though. There's lots of energy. Right, let's go. This is for Danny. Let's see what's going on with this person. Now, I know this is quite a new connection, so I'll be interested to see what comes through. What's the energy surrounding this Virgo, please, Spirit? I'm going to pull 2 from the Mystic Red Rose for you, Danny, because the other one won't apply, because it's for existing or past lovers. Ooh, chivalry. How nice. Look, with a bouquet of roses. How nice. Look, doesn't this have such Virgo energy to it as well? So proper. They have like, yeah, really nice, good energy. Obviously, I don't know how well you know them, but they, you know, they have a gentleness, a gentlemanliness. That's not even a word, you know, gentleman energy. And they are bringing something, you know, of romantic here. Just a rose in their lapel, a bouquet of roses. This feels nice. Ooh, healing heart, healing heartbreak, toxicity or addiction, abusive relationship. This card means to me. So this can apply to you or it can apply to them. Just touches on something of what's happened in their past, Danny. And this is something between you two. There, it's a healing opportunity, okay? Because they are coming through with good energy. So I don't know if you've come from toxic, something toxic, Danny. I don't know if you still carry that with you, or that could be them, okay? But this is a lovely, they look like candies here, and this is a healing heart opportunity. Maybe they're looking for that as well. Yeah. This tells us a lot about them, has gone deeper on them. Oh, but then we have addiction. Maybe this is the shadow side, the darker side, okay? Codependent, obsession and restraint, possession and control, emotional block. That could be, again, touching more on the past, because that ties in, because we did have toxicity or addiction. So this could be, again, a relationship, their history. They could have suffered with issues with addiction that they're trying to free themselves on or have freed themselves from. Some quite heavy hitting energies coming here through from this person. So they kind of present like this, which is nice. It does feel good energy, but they've had some struggles in the past for sure. They don't show that on their face. They don't let, you know, they present very well. And they are, you know, chivalrous. Looking for a fresh start, looking to heal some wounds. But yeah, there's a past there. There's a heaviness there of what they've been through. Or if, you know, this resonates for you, Danny, as well, this could be, you know, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, of course, always as well. If this resonates with your situation, if there's been some toxicity and shadow work that's gone on in the past, and now we're ready for this healing heart opportunity. Nice energy. They came through strong and clear, which is always nice. Tells me something about them, that they have some good energy. Okay, my dears, next we have Kristen and Jean. If you're still here, please give me a shout. We've got, so any of these three, so we've got Kristen, Jean, Travel Lover. Ah, does it, Danny? It did come through, it came through so strong, yeah. This person's energy, which is interesting. Spirit works in mysterious ways, doesn't it? Okay, Kristen, my love, what do I need to do to get closer to my person? Okay, so this is, let's bear that in mind. I will use this deck to get insight. Bear that in mind when we're pulling these cards, Kristen. Gym training, but faith gives off an Irish love. Keep us posted, Danny, how that connection develops. Okay, Kristen, this is for you. You're feeling some distance with your person. What's going on? What's going on? Let me know in the comments, guys. You know, once this is, I think you can only comment, you know, once this is finished, this live session. But please do drop in the comments if you enjoyed this session and if you would like me to do it more regularly with just the oracle cards, yeah? So you're single. Also, I'm confused by your question because you said, what do I need to do to get closer to my person? I see what you mean now. But you're single, so I thought that you were experiencing some distance with your person. Let's see what's come through anyway. Sexuality. Interesting. Tapping into your sexuality, Kristen, more. Maybe more, this can be about as well your own magnetism, I like to say as well, like feeling attractive and getting into those kind of vibes of maybe if you know there's we need to be kind of putting that out into the universe, if that makes it. It's not about how you dress or how you look, but it's about feeling open to that attraction and that flirtiness. You know, when we can be quite closed off to that, or we can be open. So it's about connecting to, like I say, it's not about how you look, how you dress, it's about how you feel and tapping into that own being attractive and having a pull and a magnetism of bringing that into this person that you want to come through into your life. So when you kind of cross paths, we're in that kind of energy. Some people kind of do this all the time, that they're always kind of on this wavelength, and some people, you know, it's more tricky and difficult, and they kind of, you know, if you're actually attracted to someone, it can make you shut down. You know, some people, it can be quite scary. Passion, look at this. Kristen, this is so funny. You need to yeah, get out there. Insane chemistry, sparks and having fun equal interest, burning desire. So let me see what you think about this. Does it, you know, when you have that connection with someone, or do you feel shut down in some ways on this level? I don't know. What's the energy surrounding this? Just why it's bringing through all this kind of getting into this passionate, this magnetism vibe and being kind of open to that. This is obviously whoever's coming through, there's going to be a strong pull here, strong attraction. I want to tell you how I feel. Again, this kind of expressing, not shying away from being kind of expressive and more out there. If you're attracted to someone, letting them know, you know, being more, taking more risks in this way. I don't know if you're dating, if there are ways that we can, yeah, maybe you should start getting out there. If you're not getting out there, then, you know, all these cards are telling you to, whatever that means to you, you know, it doesn't mean like, you know, get to the club or anything, but it just means, you know, you can go to groups, you can go to, you could even start a study course, you could, you know, whatever, you can pursue your interests, but be more social, you know, because we need to, in order to connect with people, there is that, obviously, that practical side that, you know, we need to get out in the world, we need to be giving off this energy to say that we are open, we're ready to receive, and we need to be able to take some risks. We also need to be able to handle some kind of rejection as well, of things not working out. That is often part of the course of this. So if you have a guy that you like, make that, you say that, make that, maybe it's time now to make that clear. Thanks guys for letting you know if you enjoyed that. That's awesome. I think I will do it, start doing it more regularly. Janavi says, today's reading method felt like full meals. That's a nice expression. Okay, so Jean, I think, may have gone. I know she was having connection issues. Travel Lover, my dear, you will be next. And then Nat Nat, thank you. I think Travel Lover will still be here. I don't know. Travel Lover, are you here? She was here, wasn't she? Nat Nat's here. So Nat Nat, who... Oh, here we go. Travel Lover's just typing. Hi. Has Steve emotionally matured and knows what he wants? I hear tarots, including my pendant, saying he wants reconciliation, but I haven't heard from him and he's fearful but used to toxic. So I'm different. I see what you mean. Yeah, we're on a delay. For those who, if you can actually comment on the, it just helps boost the channel. So if you've enjoyed your reading today, to help boost the channel, if you can drop a comment, not in the chat, but on this live after it ends, that I would really appreciate that. And also please check out the pick a card readings. So I've recently just done a Valentine's special as well, obviously as part of Love Week, if you want to check that out. Again, if you could please like and comment, it just helps boost the channel and grow this community, which I'm trying to do. It is growing, but your help would be really appreciated if you're able to do that. Okay, Travel Lover, let's check in with Steve. What messages from Steve, please, for Travel Lover? Okay, Travel Lover, let's see what's going on. Oh, look. This is him, the distorted masculine. So in this deck, they have the divine masculine and then they have the distorted masculine. So this is someone who is not stepping into their own power. So if we think of the good aspects of masculine energy, okay, we all have feminine and masculine energy in us, but this has come through definitely for him. And it can sort of, in what I feel like comes through here as well with this distorted masculine, there's some kind of very chaotic energy here as well. It's almost like Steve's inner chaos that I feel. Like you touched on there, Travel Lover, in your question about, there's an awareness here about him emotionally maturing and the need for that and knowing what he wants. And that feels like positive masculine energy, doesn't it? In many ways, kind of being quite direct and driving a situation in many ways. Can you see the chaos that has ensued in many ways because he is not able to step into this power and this maturity? There's like a scene of a war here. So it's almost like, I don't know even if financial issues are part of this as well, just because we do have money here. I don't know what that situation, it just looks disheveled, the man in this. This could be emotionally, this could go further than that, into that he's kind of moving from one disaster in many ways to the other. I know you said there's that toxicity in the past and that's what he's used to, and he needs to step up. Yeah. But then we have the butterfly evolving and growing. Okay, so this is hopeful. This is just what you touched on, okay? Evolving and growing. Next phase, healing, inner child, releasing the past. So there's some inner child work to be done here, some releasing from the past. So Travel Lover, this is hopeful, and like you said, that your pendant, I think it is, that you use, that there was telling you certain messages and intuition on that. So this does suggest this is where he's coming from. It's still what I would say work in progress, but with the transformational butterfly, you are right that there is some shifts. If you're happy to wait to see how this develops, if that's what feels right to you, then it's okay to stick around, but make sure that he's not draining you and taking your energy. I would say, Travel Lover, that's a fine line to walk. This is his journey. That's free will, of course, on your part, but I don't want you to be too self-sacrificing about, if you're not, I don't want you to close yourself off to other options, your journey, as he is on his. I hope that makes sense. And here we go. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. So I think this is about how you said that it was different with you. So you did show him a different way to be, a different opportunity. Now at that time, when obviously he wasn't able to, maybe it did instigate this butterfly, the butterfly effect. It could have instigated and changed something in him. He is still in the midst of it, I would say, but they do have an understanding. I think this is a nice card to come through for you, Travel Lover, that they get that you would offering them something different. They felt that, and it did have an effect on their own spiritual journey. Interesting. Confirmation in many ways. He's your soulmate, so hard to walk away yet, sure. more impatient and met him when he didn't have a job and now he does. Okay, so that was that kind of chaos and in finances that we saw maybe as well. So that, like I say, you're right, the transformation is happening. With a soulmate, then you may want to wait that out, yeah, and be there for them. Yeah, he understood that connection was special and different to Travel Lover. Hey Jean, yeah, I know you had connection problems, so let's go for it. What will be the result of the connection between me and JD? No contact, reconciliation. And then we've got Nat Nat after Jean. Okay, Nat Nat, are you still here, my love? Thanks for your patience. This is for Jean. And this is JD. Specifically, the result of the connection. Okay, we'll see what messages come through, because obviously the oracle, well, like the tarot, has a mind of its own. That's true, Shan. More than one soulmate. Okay, Jean, let's have a look at JD's energy. Oh, abundance. Blowing kisses, unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection returned. Oh, I regret lying to you. Okay, Jean, so interesting energies here. Couple of messages with this abundant energy. I feel like we obviously have some connection here to there still being an energetic pull and connection. Unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness. So this is also about what makes me think about this, because it talks about giving and receiving, fairness, about there being potentially some imbalance here, if that was the problem, Jean. Someone was giving, one of you was giving more than they were getting back. And with abundance coming through, about there being some issues around being in maybe a lack mentality for JD. You know, it can make us feel our heart is closed when we think that giving our love freely is like someone's taking something from us. It's amazing how many people feel like that. And it always kind of is staggering to me that, you know, by loving, you know, I like the expression, in giving we receive. And it really is true. But a lot of people think that by loving someone, that they resent the person that they love. So there's something going on about that here. There's also another message with this abundance card for Eugene about, is this energy between you and JD getting you in lack energy? Can we do something around manifesting? I don't know if you meditate or if you can practice manifestation, about staying in a state of abundance to also draw this towards you, this or something better. You can include JD in the manifestation, meditation, or setting intentions, journaling, however you want to do it. You can include, of course, JD for them to come through how you want them to be. And also be open to new love if you wanted to add that on as well, but you don't need to. If your energy is focused on JD and you want to bring them back through in a way that you want them to show up how you want them to show up in their ideal state, then there's something about you moving into this abundant energy as well and maintaining that. It's all about, all this week even about love, it's focusing on that. What are we giving out? You know, focusing on your own abundant energy, Jean. And then this is a clear message from them as well about what went on between you two. And there was something that they were untruthful to you about, okay? And they do have regrets around this as well. So they do have some remorse and some regretful feelings, Jean. I hope that helped, Jean. There was still some feelings there for sure on both sides. And about shifting into that abundant energy, whatever that means to you as well. I hope that helped. I'm glad that resonated for you, Traveller. Thanks, Nat Nat. So Nat Nat's question, what will be the outcome of me and my crush? DB, I say crush because we are friends, no contact, but it was false start when we reconnected. Is this David? Not that it matters, that's just my own nosiness. Okay. Let's go. Yes. Okay. Let's see David's energy. What is going on with David? Is he still too busy with work to make room for Nat Nat? I say that in jest. That's a good job, Nat Nat. Part of the job description requirement, I think. Thank you, Shan, for your kind words. Right. Curious. I feel like I know David as well. Maturity. Is he older than you as well? I get mature vibes from him, psychically. This could be as well about, I mean, it just came through to me, so I just have to say what's out there, because I wouldn't often say this, but growing old together, it did come through, which was like a crazy message. This feels like your energy, this feels like his energy. So maybe he's an old soul. Doesn't really matter about age, but it kind of has old soul energy. This is about communication as well, so I don't know is there much communication going on? This feels like a poignant sort of an important communication being spoken, though, as in at some point I'm seeing you communicating how you feel on a deeper level, both smiling though, so it's kind of like that there's an opening for this, a right opportunity. It's not like this spilling your guts, but it's like a it's interesting how he's peering over your shoulder. This feels like some kind of expression of love here. Could either be a marriage certificate as well. Oh look, interesting, karmic relationship. Resentments and triggers, perception, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. Now I'm wondering if this is feels more like maybe the ex, because this has got a heavier energy to it. This doesn't feel connected to, I don't really feel this dynamic between you and David. Can you see how this is broken? And I did feel strongly that because that had ended, that this has created space for something new to come through. So that was part of this story, part of this about part of you of influencing and connecting. The connection between you and David was the heaviness of this karmic relationship, Nat, if that resonates for you. Okay. Oh, you don't know how hard it was to let you go. No, I felt like this was maybe your karmic relationship, Nat. Sorry if I didn't make that clear. Does that make sense? Like the heaviness of your marriage, ex. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. So there is some push and pull here, definitely from maybe this was in the past about it not working out, and it didn't, it petered out. But this definitely feels like yours and his energy. There was, like you said, a false start. A false start. So I would say watch this space, okay? You did specifically ask Nat about the future of this. And that feels like the future to me. So you ended things with no official goodbye, okay? So I still see that there is more obviously to come in this chapter from this card. A deepening of understanding, like emerging from the difficulties and kind of that false start, lessons learned from that false start, and the change literally in your circumstance as well, about that being influential. But you're both surrounded by a golden light here as well, which is nice. I feel like that there's more to come with that story for sure. So yeah, we have Naresh, Flores. Sorry, I hope I'm Flores, and then Shan. And then the last three after that, we have Janavi, Tiabia, and Arpita. Who poor Arpita, I feel like is always last. I'm glad that resonated, Nat. So Naresh, I'm not sure if Naresh is still here, to be honest. So yeah, Flores, absolutely. Carlo and I. Does he want to come back? No contact. I feel like he ended it with a lot of ego. Thank you for that, Flores. Nice bit of detail there. Messages regarding Carlo, please, Spirit, for Flores. So Shan, if you want to post your question now, if you're still here, go for it. Flores and Carlo. Yes, thanks for moderating, Janavi. Okay. Oh, the Divine Masculine. So does he want to come back? Now the Divine Masculine has been, I'm going to see what the rest of the cards off is, but he's been, you know, in the positive aspects of the Divine Masculine. So there could be change. Oh look, there we go. I wonder if you are happy without me. They miss you. Does he want to come back? This would say, this is indicating to me that that is that's going in that direction. Unconditional love, blowing kisses, here we go. Giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection returned. So yes, all of these cards speak to me, you know, in encouraging that he would like to reconcile Flores, okay? Because we have the Divine Masculine, which is like shifting so out of the ego more, which like we say, ego is a big aspect of this. The Divine Masculine isn't ruled by this, okay? Isn't led by that. There is some courage here. There is some, with this eagle here, I see that as that being able to see the bigger picture, you know, after having some time apart, after having some separation, it's like the ego has settled down, okay, and he's shifted out of this and has the regrets, you know, more about what's gone on. It's like coming out of a fugue state and kind of after making some mistakes and shifting out of that. They are wondering, obviously, if you are happy without them. It's still a bit ego driven there, isn't it? But more, this feels more like they are questioning, like they hope that you miss them. And then finally this blowing kisses, so some unconditional love here. Being able to understand a little bit more, I think, about the giving and receiving, if there was issues, Flores, there about why this, how you ran into problems, where you ran into problems. Again, you know, people, when ego is involved as well, being vulnerable, all of that stuff can interfere with people's this three flow of love. Fairness and love, appreciation, you know, there was maybe they took you for granted here, Flores, as well, and they are actually understanding that now that they have shifted out of this more ego base. It's not, you know, that obviously that's part of their character, that's not dead in them, but they have shifted and now have more regrets. So this is encouraging, okay? They are wondering, I don't know when the last time that you talked, but they are wondering what's going on for you without them. Do you know, Avi, my younger sister is a Leo moon and I'm a Pisces moon. Oof, yeah, I stay away from her. That Leo moon would be pretty intense, I can imagine. Okay, Shan. Shan asks, when will I meet my soulmate? I have been talking to a few of them, but seems they just disappeared. I know that feeling, Shan. They just disappear into the ether. You're welcome, Florence. So let's have a look, Shan. No way, Shan. Double Leo. Wow, what a force. What a force to be reckoned with. That is a power combo, Shan. Wow. You should be on the stage. You should be, are you on the stage? You should be performing. Your spine is scaring me. Shan, you need to be, with all that Leo, you need to be seen. Leo's the performer to me, you know. They always have this kind of celebrity vibe about them to me. Shan the celebrity. Okay, let's have a look at this soulmate though. Where are they? Interesting to see how the oracle tackles this. Ooh, self-respect. Okay, so this is, I'm going to look at the other cards, but this is the journey that you've took, Shan. You know, because you haven't settled, and to remember that. Okay, so if you are feeling you know, have I done something wrong? What am I doing wrong? That kind of energy, okay? But it's actually, it's your, you know, wonderful Leo pride. I mean this in a good way as well, you know, that has gone for the best. This is what you desire. This is what you want. You have walked maybe a less traditional path as well, but it was the right path, you know, it was the higher road. I can appear cold when I choose to. So you've kept the standards high, okay, and you haven't settled. Passion. So maybe this is what as well, that what you would like and what you are looking for. Insane chemistry, sparks and having fun, equal interest, burning desire. So again, it's like not settling is what it feels like. It feels like you're holding out for the real thing, and that you would only allow people into your life and into your energy field who meet this kind of standard, that have these kind of that bring out these feelings in you, Shan. So maybe that's why there's, you know, people who maybe go from relationship to relationship are not operating from this place, okay? They're more about, you know, those people tend to be more, they just want to be in a relationship. They're not exactly bothered about who with. Yeah, that's not your vibe, that's not your energy. You are, so it is more rare in to come across these, a person that makes you feel this, okay? So there is more time to walk alone on that road because of this. But it's not a bad thing to, like I say, have these high standards and look for this true passion, true connection, okay? It's actually quite hard and rare to come by. So when we connect with that as well, how it's hard to let go of people sometimes when we may need to, when we have that connection, other things don't align, etc., etc. Not enough, lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego and fear, frustrations. So Shan, is this, I don't know if this is sometimes the shadow side of where you can go, and I feel like Spirit's come through to, you know, this whole messages has about been saying that this isn't about you not being good enough, or you not being, if it makes you question why, you know, why I haven't met my soulmate or met my person. I know you did say earlier that you've had so you have had soulmates, you know, you have had that connection. So this is about, when you say, oh, I never know that, what does that mean? Do you mean that you never know that you're enough? Or you never feel that you're not enough? I don't know if you're answering me here. I'll keep going anyway. So this can be that being single and being without love connection can maybe make us all, even the best of us, feel like not enough. And this is really a sharp shrift message from Spirit to say that is not is what going on here. What is going on is that you are raising the bar, holding out for someone true, who is here, who is on their way to you, and believing that this connection is out there, but maybe why it's a rarer jewel that you were looking for. Okay, Shan? So that's why you know, these people come and go, like you said, they disappear. They've just moved out of your energy field because they're not for you. They don't match this criteria. I hope that resonated. Janavi, yes, this is I'm just catching up on the chat here. It's mind-blowing to me how we humans have animal traits based on our sign. Yeah, I still don't understand, maybe never will, who create these zodiac signs and how we behave accordingly. Yeah, it's crazy. But it's always so true, isn't it? And how even people have sort of, you know, they look like, say, a Leo, like often have a big mane of hair. Being a Virgo, this is like the only human in the all the signs as well. And then of course we have Libra, which is neither, which is always interesting to me, neither animal nor human. It is an object because it's the scales. Oh, that's funny, Janavi says. See, my question is about the same idiot I ask about usually. How funny. Right. I think astrology is also the best way to look at, like, to predict time, like when we look at events. Okay. Janavi, this is for you. Oh, I'm going to take that. Guys, please do go, and if you could comment, like I say, one more time, I'll just ask nicely, comment on this live just to help promote this post after I end this live stream. If you enjoyed this oracle session. Okay. Actually. Oh, jumping out. Oh, I saw that. Pretend I didn't. Oh, look, it's that same card that we had, Janavi, for you. This is you. This is him. This is the reconciliation, I think, that is on the cards for you, you know, after just kind of the existing silence that's going on. This is reconnection. Interestingly, in this, like an extra layer to the situation of what's going on, because we saw a lot of, yeah, oh my god, the same card. We saw a lot of, you know, feelings getting too big, yeah. But this person's kind of quite obviously in some kind of pain, yeah. They're in a cave, they're not in the light. Their heart is hurting. Their heart is hurting. But they're stuck in this cave. You're reaching out to them. You're trying to reach them. You're offering them love. You're offering them empathy. These are all the words here. Compassion, understanding. The candle flame of love is lit. So that's like your lover's energy that I see that's here again at the center between you. Look at this. This reminds me, you know how there's an angel in the lover's card with the wings? This has kind of lover's energy here. But there's also this is him being, he is in some kind of pain. I imagine that he feels very torn a lot at times. And he's trying to control it by, he's closed the self-imprisonment, yeah. Abundance, positive mindset, manifest, gratitude and bliss, blessings. I don't know if finances, I don't want to say just because it's got money here, if this is part of what's could be a factor in all of this, just somewhere, just another layer. But also this is the shift that he needs to move into. You know, he is obviously in a lot of lack here, yeah. Very much is in lack. I feel like he's been in lack for a long time. I don't know if this is where he drifts to as well, if he's that kind of person who, is he a glass half empty kind of person? Yeah, their equation is finance, yeah. So money's always been a factor, actually, you're right. So there's the shift of the it's all about perspective. Like as I sort of move through life more and more, I was just thinking earlier today about how like almost every, obviously I'm not talking about privilege and people being in extreme poverty and all that kind of stuff, or in a war zone. This is not how, I'm not talking from about that perspective, but how everything beyond that, if we just sort of, you know, if we have our basic needs met of food, warmth, stability, money enough to live, then it's all like perspective and mindset shifts. It's so much about how we just view things, and he views being, he is trapped, he is stuck. But really that's just his, it's been his mindset and his belief in many ways. I think this is also a nudge to you to keep track on your manifestation, Janavi, to ground yourself and root yourself in your manifestation process, to be vigilant and disciplined about every day committing to that abundant energy, that positive mindset, and manifesting the desired outcome. Yeah. So this is where he goes when he's in lack, and this is because of those big feelings that came up. Yeah, we need to let each other go, but I don't really feel any real intention behind these words about actually doing that, but it's more just that I had to just let me gather my thoughts here. But that Emperor energy, it's like a reactionary, does that make sense, Janavi? It's a reactionary energy to the feelings. Having, you know, where the conversations were loving, were happy, were flirty, were relaxed, and then it's this kind of like reactionary feeling against that because of that Chariot energy that came through. And then this sudden kind of, this needs to stop. Yeah, definitely his way to have control. 100%. 100%. It's very controlling in its behaviour, how as well that it was just cut dead. Do you see what I mean? How there was no, you know what, you could have just communicated something and said, look, I'm going to have to do this for X, Y, Z. And then it would have been, in a way, it would have been like, okay. And then you could have just been in accepting of that if you know, you would just understand the situation. But instead it has a very reactionary energy to it. Like you say, avoiding facing the truth. It's just to shut down, to be open and loving, and then just to shut down. That is it. Yeah, extremely controlling and reactionary behavior. It's not coming from someone who is emotionally balanced or centered, grounded, all those things. But interesting that came through again for you, isn't it? You should meditate on that picture, maybe. See what else comes through from that. If you found that helpful, Janavi. Okay, Tia B and my love. And then our Peter, if you are still here, my dear, please go ahead and both post your questions. I'm glad your reading helped, Jean. Thanks for letting me know. I'm glad that makes sense, Janavi. Hey, Tia. Thanks for your patience. And our Peter too. Bless you. It's been like a long session, hasn't it? But let's see what your messages are. Oh, you've posted your message. It may be a way back. Is it long? Can you post it again, Tia? I'm sorry for... I think it's like way back here. Oh no, hold on. What are the current feelings, actions of the Leo? Oh, okay, so we're looking at the Leo, yeah. Wondering if he's moved on, and or if he thinks about me as I do him. We are no longer speaking, I'm moving on, however I'm still looking back. Yep, so we're looking at the Leo. Got it. Oh, you've posted that anyway, sorry. Leo, Leo, Leo. The silver waterfall. Still that magical energy around. This is almost like that. There's the two of you. This is what I see. It's like a kind of paradise, isn't it, here? Let's see what the rest of the cards say. Oh, soulmates. Soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. That's crazy, isn't it? And that's that kind of energy as well. Yeah. Soulmate energy. I didn't want to lead off with that. I did see, you know, obviously that kind of twin flame energy, but it's coming through. Oh. And then I look for you everywhere. So a lot of strong feelings here still from on his side, which is interesting, yeah. So maybe you're feeling that emotional pull as well. I always think this is true, okay, that, you know, energetically as well, like it can often feel like that it's just coming from us, you know, because we're just in our own head so much and our own feelings and thoughts, because we're just walking around with our voice in our head, yeah. But there's also like that, it, you know, you're trying to move on, and I do feel like that people can energetically and psychically be very influential to you, yeah, and be pulling you kind of back. Their energy is affecting you, because it's like every card here, yeah, tells us that there is still, that they're in their feels about this situation, okay? That's undeniable, isn't it? So that can be part of what you're, you know, how it is a struggle to move on, and that you feel that from them, they're feeling this. Now, you know, will we take action? We have seen in the past, we do see communication coming back through, but this is divine timing, you know, as well, about how long that would be, when that would be. But I suppose this gives you some confirmation about what's going on the other side whilst you're in no contact anyway. So this is a strong connection, okay? Did you, you know, when you were together, you obviously felt that, and did you feel that, you know, at times, obviously they did as well, but did you feel that from with the Leo when it was at times together. That strong pull. Yeah, maybe it's quite hard for you to, maybe this isn't what you wanted to come through, I don't know. Something still, you know, they may feel this, something still needs to, they still need to come up with something though, don't they? To communicate this. That would change, that would change things. You would dream of each other. Yeah. That's crazy. So such a strong connection. Okay, so again, give yourself some grace about why this is difficult. And try to see this instead of that, try to take some comfort from this, that, you know, they did feel that, it was real, it's not just one-sided to you. And that you are impacting them. Yeah, exactly. If he was able to communicate and express this, then that would change everything. And that's really all that he needs to do. Which is partly why it's so hard, yeah. Why is that? Why is that so difficult for him? Only he will know. Oh, so sending love and light here. I know that's difficult for you. Peter, my love, please post your question. Thank you. I've been single all this time, so I just want to know who's coming in my life. I'm waiting for a forever partner. Okay. So who's coming in next for our Peter, please? Spirit. You're welcome, Tia. Interesting. Reparenting yourself. So maybe this is part, I think there's a few messages here regarding this. I think in this time when you are, for divine timing, let's call it divine timing, our Peter, when your next person is coming through, I think we can continue this journey of reparenting yourself and healing. I don't know how much work that you've done on this, but with regards to healing any old wounds and also healing so that we invite the right person next into our life. Okay, so we're on the best frequency that we can be, so we're not so we can, what's the word that I'm looking for? Oh, you are doing inner child healing. That's fantastic, our Peter. So maybe this is partly why that's come through. If you're already on that journey, then the importance of that, because it can be very tricky in like love relationships, for a lot of that stuff comes up, yeah. And it's like wanting to someone else, it's hard not to want someone else to heal that part of us. Now if someone treats us right though, and can be reliable and reassuring and stable and bring that good energy in, it can also be very healing to go through that I don't know if you've experienced that before, but maybe that's what we're inviting in as well. That I think that the person coming through can also help heal those wounds. Maybe that's part, I feel like that's part of the energy of the next person coming through for you up here. So you've already started that journey, and that's most important that you do it for yourself. But there's no denying that, you know, if we have this strong connection, a loving connection that is healthy and that is reliable, it can be very healing as well for our inner child. Wedding rings. Oh, Peter. Union and marriage, soul connection, everlasting love, devotion. So if marriage is something that you would hope for, then this is on the cards. This is possible. If marriage isn't, then soul connection. You know, what? Just those words that you said, forever partner. Isn't that a nice image to hold on to there? Remember that image and allow that to come through to you. Yeah, when you're manifesting. It's a really beautiful image to hold on to if you're wanting to manifest that, or Peter. So we say that yes, that is on its way to you. So believe that, feel that, embody that energy. Yeah, when you look at that card, it really gives me a feeling of, there's something about that card that really gives me that feeling of, you know, it's like being at a wedding almost. I can imagine it. Karmic relationship. So this is resentments and triggers, perception, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. Now, have you, let me know, Peter, with this karmic relationship, is that what you've experienced in the past? Now, karmic relationships, it could be that there's a karmic relationship coming in next for you, okay? And it's interesting some of the words that are used here, because I would kind of agree with some of them but disagree with others, that it can be karmic relationships. It's like there's big highs and there's big lows in many respects, but it's like there's an intensity in that relationship, and that the word that kind of stands out more is about that this person can trigger us. But that's not to say that this is negative, it's just that this is the nature of that kind of relationship. It's come up a few times this session about relationships where it's someone who is part of our spiritual journey and is part of our spiritual path, okay? And often people that we are deeply connected with and have this soulmate connection, everlasting love, it's, you know, it's you learn a lot from these people as well. It's not just, you know, rainbows and unicorns. That's what I'm trying to say. I never been in a never came in relationship, maybe in family experience, karmic. Yeah, I'm sure that you have. Family, very much so, can be karmic relationships. We learn our biggest lessons from them. And it can be like past life relationship. So I feel like that this is just another aspect though of this relationship that is actually coming through to you, Peter, that it will be karmic by nature. So it will encompass a lot for you, okay? A lot of what you desire and a lot of what you want, as we see this wedding and marriage. But exactly, our partner is our best teacher too. Just that kind of energy, really. So a soulmate connection, a twin flame, however you want to label it, a karmic relationship, it will embody both of those things, which really I imagine when you kind of, most marriages are most likely karmic by nature, yeah, because it's like you become family. So that's, I wouldn't say that's what I'm trying to say, is that not unhealthy, just that it has that depth to it where it has the teachings in a relationship, okay? So it can be, you know, someone can bring out the best in you, but you could also, you know, have these disagreements, you know, for example, that kind of push and pull that almost that you do have with family. But that doesn't mean it's negative. I hope that makes sense. Because we have this reparenting card. So there's a lot of healing, actually, that will come from this relationship. I think the Oracle is just keeping it real with that. So I hope this person comes through for you soon, or Peter. We must trust divine timing. But also take those messages, I hope, to be reassuring, confirming for you that that's on its way to you, yeah? So thank you all for everyone who have been here. I'm wishing you all the best. I will do probably more of these oracle readings. I feel like it was popular, people enjoyed them. You're very welcome, Peter. Thank you for your patience, for waiting. Tomorrow there is, please join us for, I will be posting a meditation, manifesting the love that you desire meditation. Tomorrow I will be premiering. Please do comment and like and support the post, just to support the channel. I would really appreciate that. But I hope you will join me all in basically this. It will be a guided love meditation, like I said, to manifest the love that you desire. So it would be great for you to be there. I will post, you know, in the next hour or so, just confirm the time for that. So I hope you can join me then for that. And then on Friday, we will, on Valentine's Day, we have the Love Ritual premiere as well. But I will catch you all soon. Wishing you all the best as usual. Love and light. Thanks, Janavi. Love and light. See you soon.